With casual conversations and small talk being so critical both in the office and when networking, there's a way to avoid the conversation being stopped. And that is if you ask a question that can be answered with yes or no, be ready to ask another question. For example, if you ask someone, "Do you like your job?" they might say yes, or they might just say no. If you ask the extension question, what is something about your job that most people don't know? That will give them the chance to think and give a response. You become a lot more interesting when you're interested in someone. You can find out what you have in common or maybe learn from them. You could ask, what's the best experience you had in your job? Maybe they solved an important problem for a team. Maybe they were a mentor to someone. Maybe they came up with something that really made a difference in their community through their job, and you're able to go from that to a much deeper conversation. Another typical topic is travel. Do you like to travel? And some people will say yes, and some people will say no. But you can ask, is there a place that you would recommend? If they have a favorite place, then they will give you an answer, and it might bring back some very happy memories of a place that they've been, and they will become more excited and interested in talking about it. Going from these yes or no questions to something a little bit more takes a small amount of effort, but will yield to you a much deeper conversation. When we think of all of the words in English, there are 475,000, but only 5,000 are used in day-to-day conversation since we talk about the same things. And when we're doing networking or small talk or casual conversations, the typical subjects that we can address, we can easily get more information from our conversation partner and make it a much more interesting interaction. You become more interesting when you are interested in what they have to say. You can learn about them and then share something that you enjoy or about your job or food preferences, travel, or sports, hobbies, all of those kind of typical questions. We keep the conversation going by being interested, by being brave and asking that follow-up question.